This podcast is sponsored by BuyBiz.io. Discover premium AI-driven online businesses for sale, perfect for standalone growth or seamless integration. Explore now at BuyBiz.io to kickstart your digital success.
Navigating sector regulations with ease, a friendly guide to staying compliant. Understand sector regulations without the stress. Learn how businesses stay compliant and explore AI-based business opportunities with Archieboy Holdings. Navigating sector regulations, what you really need to know. Hey, so imagine we're just chatting over coffee and you bring up the topic of regulations in different industries. It's one of those things that sounds super complicated and honestly, a bit intimidating. But it doesn't have to be. Whether you're an entrepreneur, thinking about jumping into a new business, or just curious about how companies stay on the right side of the law, I want to break it down for you in a simple and relatable way. First off, what do we mean when we talk about sector regulations? Basically, each industry, say healthcare, finance, real estate, or even tech, has a set of rules and laws that businesses must follow. These regulations are there to protect consumers, ensure fairness, and sometimes even preserve safety or privacy. They vary widely depending on the sector and the country or state, but the core idea is consistent. Businesses must operate within defined boundaries. Why does this matter so much? Well, think about a company that ignores regulations. It can face hefty fines, legal battles, or even get shut down. Plus, consumers might lose trust. So, navigating these rules is a big part of running a successful business, especially if you're buying or selling a company. What makes regulation a challenge? Here's where it gets interesting. Regulations can feel like a maze. They're often complex, constantly evolving, and sometimes even contradictory. For example, financial companies might need to follow strict reporting requirements, but what happens if there's a new law around data privacy that conflicts with older rules? Healthcare providers must comply with privacy laws like HIPAA, but also face state-by-state patient care rules. Even in tech, where innovation moves fast, regulations are trying to catch up with things like AI ethics or data security. So the ability to adapt and stay informed becomes crucial. And this is where expert advice comes into play because no one expects you to memorize pages of legal jargon. How can business owners stay ahead? Get familiar with the basics. Understand the key agencies and laws that impact your industry. Consult professionals. Lawyers and compliance experts can save you from costly mistakes. Use technology. Compliance software and AI tools are becoming essential in tracking and managing regulations. Educate your team. Make sure everyone knows the rules that affect their roles. Stay updated. Regulations change, so continuous learning and monitoring is part of the game. Speaking of AI and tech tools, it's no surprise that AI-based businesses are popping up everywhere. If you're interested in exploring opportunities in these innovative fields, Archieboy Holdings' AI-based businesses for sale offers some exciting options. They specialize in leveraging AI technologies with carefully vetted businesses, which can be a way to get into emerging markets while navigating the regulatory landscape smartly. Feel free to explore our listings today. Whether you want to buy, sell, or just browse, it's a great place to see what's out there. Why buy a business that understands regulations? When you purchase an existing business, especially one built around AI or any high-tech field, you're not just buying products or services. You're buying a system that already complies with those tricky rules. This can mean a smoother transition for you and less risk overall. Plus, with the rise of AI, there's an increasing need for businesses that can navigate the evolving regulatory environment effectively. It's a smart move to look at companies that are on the forefront of compliance and innovation. Wrapping it up. Regulations might seem like a headache, but think of them as guardrails rather than obstacles. They ensure businesses operate fairly and safely, which ultimately benefits everyone. If you understand the basics and know where to get your help from, you can confidently move through the maze. And if you're curious about stepping into the AI business world with a head start, check out what Archieboy Holdings has to offer in the AI-based business market. Explore our listings today and find a business that fits your passion and paves your way towards success in a regulated world. Thanks for hanging out and chatting about a topic that surprisingly isn't as dry as it sounds.